Hi, I'm Patrick from Air Inspect Australia. Today I'm going to go through some settings on the Air 3 controller to help you get started on some basic photogrammetry techniques to capture a roof for roof inspections and a partial wall for 3D modeling. To get started, we'll switch on the drone and the controller. Once the controller is on, you need to switch it to C mode or Cine mode, and this just slows the drone down for more control over the actions of the drone and allows you time to get the photos in line. Once we've done that, just select the top right hand, the three dots, and we'll just go through the menu here. The safety, the obstacle avoidance, you can choose bypass or brake or off. We'll leave it at brake. Return to home, so we'll have it at auto return to home with a 60-meter clearance just to clear any obstacles once you've sent it out and make sure it doesn't hit anything. The max height is 120 meters and the max distance we'll just leave it 170. Just go through batteries, unlock, etc. Okay, check the control. Mode 2 is what we use. Usually most people use mode 2. Go to camera. The photo format, you want that in JPEG. You don't need to have it in RAW, just leave it in JPEG. The aspect ratio 16:9. The resolution, you want to choose the highest resolution you have on your camera, which in this case is 48 megapixels. The anti-flicker, you can leave that on as auto. The grid lines, I like to have all three selected. That way, as I fly, I can see where each frame, when it comes into where the previous frame was, each photo. The white balance, you can leave that on auto. The storage card, at this point here, you want to format to make sure that the storage card is cleared. I've already, there you go, format. This takes a few seconds. And now you know when you go to fly, you've got an empty card. Just make sure you've downloaded anything you wanted from previous flight. Transmission, just it's an auto and about. Okay, once we're all happy with that, you can also make sure your firmware is up to date. Just select that, make sure you've got internet connection. And you kind of want to do this before you go out into the field in case you don't have internet access. And sometimes it can take a bit of time, so you don't want to waste time in the field either. Okay, once you're happy with all of that, we can move on to the next step. Okay, once you've done that, what we'll do now is in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see auto. You want to put this into Pro mode so you can access the settings of the camera. So just hit that and change to Pro. And just to the left of that, just select one of those icons there, and it brings up some settings for the camera. We'll leave the ISO in auto. The shutter, we can leave that in auto as well for now. And the EV is your exposure values. You can see if you change the exposure values, the shutter will change as well. And you can see on the screen there how you get the zebra stripes. That means there's too much light coming in, there's no data being captured. So you want to get rid of those zebra stripes. So you just adjust the EV until they disappear. And once you've done that, you can select the three lines next to that, and that brings up your white balance. For now, you can leave the white balance in auto. You can play around with this until you become an expert with it, but for now you can leave it in auto. Again, the format for the photos is JPEG. The aspect ratio is 16:9, and the resolution is 48 megapixel. And we can see since we formatted the card, we have 119 gigabytes at our disposal. So now we can click off the screen there. Okay, once that's all set, we can go in and choose our mode of shooting. So obviously we want to use single shot. So just press the rectangle there and it brings up your selection. You can go to video or whatever. So we've got photo, single shot. Now, being in Cine mode, we can fly the drone slowly, and we can either manually take the shots as each shot appears in our screen, and we can control how the overlap is occurring, or we can choose time shot, and with the Air 3, the slowest it goes is 5 seconds. So you're flying the drone slowly, maybe 2, maximum 3 meters per second, looking for the overlap for each photo. As it comes into the grid lines, you want to see take the photo, and the next photo will be the top third. That way you've got an overlap, so when it comes to processing, it's easier to stitch the photos together. And we'll get into that later on with the next video and the techniques. But this just gives you more control. Flying at the time shot at 5 seconds, you don't have to worry about manually pressing the button to take the photo. The camera will do it for you. You just need to control your speed and make sure that you're getting the overlap that you desire. This comes with practice as well. Once you're happy with all those settings, it's time to take off. Ensure you take off in a safe area. Ensure your camera is facing down 90 degrees if you're doing a roof inspection, and happy snapping. Next time, we'll look at techniques we use to ensure the best outcome during processing. We'll do a roof and a partial wall and process that and have a look at the model. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.